said beef patties has to be a whole exhausting, long process. Okay, let me put you on to what I do. So obviously I'm a busy mom. I got a lot going on. So I don't have time to spend the whole day making beef patties. And if it's one of your favorite foods, let me tell you the easiest way to do it. So usually at least twice, maybe 3 times a year, I will usually have a dough day. And basically what that dough day is exactly what it says, like making a bunch of doughs that day and then freezing it. Okay. So usually twice a year, I will usually spend a whole day, get a whole bunch of flour, like, just buy everything in bulk. And I will usually make beef patty dough, cookie dough, empanadas, pizza dough. I will usually just make, cookie, like just a bunch of doughs. So throughout the months, whenever I want to cook something, whenever I want something, is easy for me. So this is my beef patty dough. And basically, I don't have to worry about this part now. All I have to do is thaw it out and then work with it. And yeah, I pretty much do that with everything. So that has been like a truly a big transition between living in New York and coming to Tanzania, because in New York it's very easy to just, if you need beef patty dough, you don't want to make it from scratch, you just go and you pick it up. In the stores, if you want cookie dough, you just go and pick up the pre-made cookie dough and all of that stuff. Even pancake mix is very something easy. Let me also show you guys what I do when it comes to the pancake mix. So this is what I do. I make my own pre-made pancake mix, all natural, with nothing else included. And then when I'm ready for it, I just literally take it out, and it takes me 5 minutes in the morning. Because I don't have access to those, Jiffy cornbread and all those things that I'm used to, I make everything from scratch now. But just because you make things from scratch doesn't mean it has to be a long, complicated process. You can do things in advance to make life easier for you. Now, I have heard a lot of people leave Tanzania specifically for this reason, because they feel like they just don't have access to the things that they're used to, and it's just become so hard. But that's one thing that I can say personally for myself, is that just because I moved to another country doesn't mean that I wanted to lose who I was and my favorite foods. And ask my husband, we eat Puerto Rican food at least 3 times a week, like we are a mixed household. So not losing that part of yourself and making sure that you are including those meals, even if you have to make it from scratch, or even if you do what I do, which makes my life easier, like, having a day or 2 a year where you're just focused on doughs and you just have all the doughs and, everything is just up and ready for you. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like that has been an easy way for me to cope with the stuff that I miss. It's been I don't feel like I'm lacking without, because I don't tell myself, well, because I live here and because I can't go to the store and buy it, then I'm just never gonna have it again. No, I do it myself, and I make it accessible for myself to be able to eat it, and for my kids to enjoy, and for my family to enjoy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're in a situation where you have traveled abroad, I encourage you to do that, because I can no longer go to the bodega real quick and get a beef patty, but it doesn't mean that I'm never going to eat a beef patty ever again. It just means that I have to make it myself now, and who got time to be spending 10 hours trying to make a beef patty, doing everything all the way from scratch? So you can do half like I do, freeze the dough, have everything ready, and then all you got to do is cook the meat and put it in the oven. So let's go do that. All right, so I have my ground beef here. You can get ground chicken, whatever makes you happy. We're using ground beef, so let's start preparing this. All right, let's start with cutting up all our veggies. All right, so I just browned my meat. Now I have all my vegetables. I have onions, bell pepper, carrots, garlic, thyme, ginger. Let's put it inside. Okay, so now we're gonna mix it in. The vegetables. Okay, I put some browning in it. Now it's time for seasoning, because if you ain't seasoning, then what you doing? Put some garlic powder, some onion powder. Child, just throw everything up in there, okay? Just throw everything up in there. Throw everything up in there. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right, after you season it, let it cook a little. Let it cook the vegetables a little bit. But I like my vegetables a little crunchy, so I don't like to cook it all of the way. Let's let that cook for a little bit. Okay, our meat is ready. So now let's put everything together. Let's make our patties. Now it's time to shred our cheese. Okay, our cheese is done. Okay, so we have our dough, cheese, beef. Let's get it together. Okay, so here they are. Now, they are not perfect, but it's okay. They still gonna be bomb. I think I overstuffed some of them with too much meat, but who says too much meat is bad?